they're really concerned about the Delta variant right now, and it tends to be 2 to 2.5 times more contagious. And they say if you look at the mathematical modules, it looks like we may be seeing hundreds or thousands of people needing to be admitted over the next few months. So today, these medical professionals are encouraging everyone to wear masks, even if some school districts are making it optional. As kids get ready to head back to school, parents and students are faced once again with the same concerns and conversations as before. The coronavirus, wearing a mask in class, and what to do if their students contract COVID-19.
We seem to be at a rather crucial point here in this pandemic.
On Wednesday, St. Luke's held a media briefing. St. Luke's Children's System Medical Director, Dr. Kenny Bromwell, says this is a very worrisome time. Each day, the healthcare system is seeing more patients being admitted to the hospital. And while they're not yet in that crisis point that we saw last winter, he says we're headed in that direction.
We seem to have the perfect storm, if you're a virus, of lots of people who have not been exposed to this virus before and relatively low vaccination rates here in Idaho. The biggest concern that I think is facing us as we get back to school is people are tired of COVID and they'd like to move on. And they'd like to stop wearing masks. And I think that that's an ill-advised but very prevalent strategy right now.
He adds he's concerned that while some school districts are talking about masks, others are ignoring the data. And when it comes to whether parents should send kids back to school in person opposed to remotely, he cited the CDC and American Academy of Pediatrics and how both organizations emphasize the importance of in-person schooling and the importance of masking for all kids at schools, regardless of vaccination status.
The challenge we have is there are people and perhaps even leaders who have confused personal freedom with public health. And they feel that wearing a mask is an infringement on their rights, and they are going to make a statement and show that they're just not going to comply with that. That is unfortunately great news for the virus and bad news for our collective health.
Back in November and December, St. Luke saw 16 to 18 children with COVID being admitted to the hospital. Since then, they've seen 4 to 6 each month, and that has not yet changed.
Based on the first week of August, we may be headed into a new phase.
As for parents, Dr. Brian Olson has advice for you too.
One of the biggest things parents can do is to be able to make sure they're continuing to take care of their own mental health and their own stress level, and to be able to seek out extra support in that way if they need it.
Now, Dr. Bromwell says the vaccine is our greatest tool in this pandemic, and with some kids under the age of 12 and not able to get the vaccine, he says masking becomes even more important than it is normally. Mark?
For sure. All right, Shira, thank you.